Okay, one at a time, one day at a time. This is going to cut when the Wi-Fi goes off. The Wi-Fi is going to I needed the Wi-Fi to cut and re-establish, and then we start our conversation. Good morning, how do you do? This is a very happy sister of yours. My psychological needs are met in more significant ways this week than they have been in a long time. The need to play a vital role, the need to make a meaningful contribution, the need to do something you love and enjoy, and to receive validation for that. It's been suppressed for such a long time for me. Yeah, but this week in my summer school assignment, that need is getting met in new ways, and it is helping me such an awful lot. Anyway, yesterday I was talking to you about excellence and seeking excellence, making sure that you're positioned to pursue mastery. And so a person says, well, I'm sorry, I've been seeing your videos about mastery and excellence and the rest of it. How do we do it? The answer is very simple. One step at a time. One step at a time, sweet Jesus. Yeah. Sister Amma, good morning. How are you doing? It is one step at a time. If you actually look at things in the wider concept, you will scare yourself and you will not get started. I met a person who wants to start a doctorate. They asked me how long it took to do mine. 6 years. The person says, oh no. And I'm like, yep. When I started, I didn't want to even spend more than 2 years. I wanted to spend 2 years, maximum 3. Well, then the 4th happened, the 5th and the 6th. And yeah, I was in. And so it happened. And I just waited and I did it. Yeah, it's the same thing. If you think about things too wide, too far ahead, too deep, Marcia, you will scare yourself and you will not get started doing anything. And Sister Amma, thank you so much for sporting that supporters badge. You have had it going for so long and I am so grateful for it. Thank you. The rest of you here and those of you who watch, Margaret Ogbala, how are you doing? You are very welcome. Can I tempt some of you to go get on the supporters network and support me in my creation? I have loads of costs, at least for the software that I use for creation. And yes, I would really appreciate something to help me cover those costs other than just from my own pockets. My pockets have very little leeway at the moment. So yeah. Greetings to all of you. One step at a time. That's all you have to do. You want to start a course, register. You don't know how you're going to pay for it. Pay for the first installment. Set up an installment and pay the first one. And every time, all you have to do is focus on the next installment. Yeah. I have paid for courses that cost more than I could cover. And what I did there was to just do one installment at a time. You find the next installment and the next installment, and then one day you find out that you have finished paying. Woohoo! I've done that so many times that now when I need to pay for things, I don't even bat an eyelid. Like, okay, one installment. When you've registered for the course, go and get your textbooks. Start reading your textbooks. When you are giving the first assignment, don't worry about the second assignment. You will not get to the second assignment until you pass the first one. Anyway, start with the first assignment and throw your everything in the first assignment. When that is done, you can worry about other things. It's the same thing when you have a child and you will have to care for the child till they are 18 and sometimes beyond. You cannot dwell on the 18 years to come. You will frustrate yourself. You will scare yourself. You just need to think initially about finding the money for baby food and for diapers. You do. And then when they are done, you focus on childcare. And then when you are done, you focus on one. To compartmentalize and chunk out is a very, very effective survival technique for doing large things. When you hear Jeff Bezos in interviews, he doesn't tell you that he started Amazon on large systems. No, he just started his online store. And he was working on deliveries. And then after a while, he looked at expansion. And that's how he was able to do this job to where he is. And in fact, at some point in the expansion, he was not doing it on his own. You will have to find ways to find your employees, and then the employees will help you grow to the big, big points. Most of us who have the kind of thinking I do want to do endpoint to endpoint, and it's a good strategy in some scenarios, but not in this particular one, because when you think endpoint to endpoint, the processes between one endpoint and the other are so many, so large, it is overwhelming. It will scare you. It will scare you, and you will be paralyzed at best, or you might actually be pushed to surrender on your dream and give up on the possibility. No. One step at a time. Today I am going to work, and all I know is that in 40 minutes I have a class. I have a class in 40 minutes, and so I'm going to go to my classroom and teach. That's all I know. What will happen after the 40 minutes class, I don't know, and I don't need to fret over it. When I finish that class, I probably will eat, because I'm not going to be able to make it to breakfast. I'll go and do breakfast, and then we'll see. Very likely what will happen is that I will get in and my TA will have something that we need to deal with, or something that he has a question about. So he will let me know, and then we will set something up. My other colleagues, we are still collaborating in a very brand new thing. So yeah, we do need to sit down. I know today somebody would want to talk about the assessment tracker, but I'm not going to fret over getting all those things in my mind right now, because I'm not even in control. Chidimma, how you doing? Ma, good morning. It doesn't need to get overwhelming. Just one thing at a time to help me get through is all I need. One small thing at a time. And that's the methodology I am proposing for a lot of you to consider. And I don't know where I'm going to start from in starting my business. Just start from the starting point. Decide what kind of business it is and get started. No, you don't even need to go through and do the government registrations yet. Figure out what the name of your business is going to be. Figure out the nature of the business. Maybe work on your products. Start looking at how people will buy the products and how you will get it to them. And then eventually we will get around to making things more efficient and so on. For the time being, get a product and find a sales channel. It's a good place to start your business. And we need employees. No, not in the first place. Oh, Passover, good morning. How you doing? In the first place, just start working on your product. Refine your product. Work on delivery systems, and then the rest of it can spiral out. And then you will end up with one product after the other after the other. The first product we made was in 2018. I remember it like yesterday. Now when you come to my house and you see the machines in my house, when I started this business, the branding business, I did not know what I was going to do. No, I did not. I just started working with people. So I went to places and they produced for me, and then I got frustrated, and then the next idea came and I bought the first machine. That's how it worked. No, I didn't come with a full suite, and no, I did not have the money to buy all the machines. I still don't even own all the machines that I would like. But you know, I did not come here with the money to buy all the machines. It was one machine after the other, and it assembles to become a very nice press. Yes. You have DM'd me. Oh, Sister Amma, God bless you. When I finish, I will go and check on WhatsApp or in Facebook. You and I need to go back on track, and we need to work and push your business agenda, but it's one step at a time. And yeah, those of you who are overthinkers, you overthink and you petrify yourself and you paralyze yourself and you stop doing. You cannot. And so as a coping technique for those of us who have brains that tend to do that, is a focus on baby steps. Yes, Tony, good morning. Take baby steps. People have told you that endpoint to endpoint thinking is a very strategic thing, and it can be, and it is in some domains. Not all domains. Facebook, okay, all right. It can be, and it is, but not at all times and not for all people. For those of us who need to chunk things out as a survival technique, as an efficiency technique, as whatever technique, we need to learn to chunk out without worrying too much about outcomes in the end, but focusing on the interim. Yeah, Favor Grace, how you doing? We need to chunk out and take our baby steps and keep moving. You will be surprised after a period of taking baby steps how far you can get yourself by just keeping moving, and how much you can stop yourself by wanting things to be perfect. I want to finish this thing. When I finish my house, I will start my business. The house is not finished, because you see, when you finish building the house, the furnishing of the house will become an issue. So when I finish furnishing the house, by the time you finish furnishing the house, there will be modifications that you need to do. There will be this, there will be that, there will be that, and you will look back after a few years and you've not taken a simple step. Why? Because instead of focusing on the little things that you can get started, you are looking to go big. I know many people who have been talking to me about starting businesses over the years who have not got started. You know why? Because they want $20,000 as a seed money to start a business. Saving $20,000 to get started is going to be a challenge, because your children will bring something, your car will break down. My car's battery 2 days ago decided it wasn't doing. Without warning, it was out. That money was out of my pocket. If that money was part of money I was trying to save to do a business, well, we are back a few notches, aren't we? That's why those who do succeed more than those who sit and overplan. You may have the best plans, which will never get executed. You are inferior to somebody who executes on inferior plans and get things done. Let me say that again. You, the perfect planner, who never gets to execution, are inferior to people with inferior plans who manage to execute. They have a stupid website, but they launch it anyway. And they get people to buy from their stupid websites. They are winning. You make an app. You are developing the best app in the world. Good for you. Somebody with a less impressive app who has thrown it out here and is getting customers is a much better business person than you. Joanne, they are a much better business person than you, because they are in business. You are not. With their inferior plans and tools, they are in business. You, with your superior things, you are in fantasy. Good morning, Kojoba. Good morning, bro. How are you doing? Yeah. You, with your superior plans in fantasy, are far inferior to somebody who executes on much, much more inferior plans and gets things done. Your brother and the children are doing well. Thank you so much for asking. I hope Hannah too is also well. Yeah. Righty, how you doing? And we all get caught by this. I've been caught many times, and I'm sure some of you may also have been caught. You want things to be perfect. Yes, people will laugh at them. Yes, people will document their humble beginnings, but at least it is a beginning. And then based on the feedback they get, they will take time slowly to refine it. I always say the China-made products are the best example I can give you. In the 80s and in the 90s, when somebody gave you a China-made product, you didn't want it. China-made was inferior. It was awful. But you see, the Chinese had at least made something. And some of us had somehow bought something. And we were complaining about something. And what they did was take feedback that we were throwing at them. And they started refining their systems. They started improving their processes. Now, the iPhone and a lot of these big things that you know are made in China. The clothes that you call premium are Chinese made. They are made in China. China made is no longer inferior. China made has caught up with other makes and has surpassed a lot of them. And that's why China is now leading in the industrial revolution. The factories that you know or don't know are mainly Chinese based. And yeah, the stigma around China made is now gone, because we have ourselves also seen new China made items which are not inferior like we used to call it. And yeah, a lot of people will be willing to buy Chinese bought things, Chinese made things now. But that's not where it started. I'm very sure if China was sitting, waiting to perfect their systems before they launched and they competed with the West would have crushed them out. They would have perceived the threats and they would have stifled them, starved them of air. But you see, when the Chinese products came out and they were rubbish, and we were all busy rubbishing them, what we didn't know was that we were giving them attention also. Yeah. And so now the very Western companies who would have stifled them have now partnered with them. Most people, when you are looking for products, will tell you to go to China. Yeah. That is a story of a country and a group of people who were willing to get started. Get started from wherever their starting point was and just see how far they can push it. And that's the attitude the winners seem to be adopting and the losers don't seem to get. The perfectionists are not doing much. Young Buba, the perfectionists are not doing much because they are busy perfecting nothing. And by the time you finish your perfect website, somebody already owns the market. By the time your app is ready, there's a market leader in play. By the time you are ready to move your idea, Ericus, by the time you are ready to move, your idea is already outdated. People have got better, they've seen better. Yeah, your business model didn't work, not because there was not anything wrong with your business model. The problem was with your execution. You were too slow to get off the tracks. Like any athlete will tell you, especially the sprinters, you need to be out of the track very quickly. You must get off the blocks quick. And those who get off the block quick give themselves an advantage. If you sit in the blocks, you've given yourself unnecessary work to do. Yeah, unnecessary work. Doesn't need to be done. Oh, can you people not be doing this? I am so close to my exit. I do not want to be dealing with nobody's traffic. I don't have time for traffic. I just need one more exit to get out of here. That's all I need. Why has somebody... Yeah, Paulette. Yeah. You will need... You came in to get ahead because me, I came to sleep here, right? That's serious. You cannot wait to be perfect, because you will be very perfect in your coffin. Those who wait to be perfect, you will be very perfect in your coffin. Today is the right time to get started. Right now is where you get started. I know you don't know what you're doing, but that's okay. That's how most of the winners start. That's what I'm trying to say to you. A lot of the winners you know and celebrate do not know what they are doing. They have no idea. Or if they have an idea, they don't have a refined idea yet. They just know that they want to start an online store. And so they do. Can you people get out of the way so we can get out? Winners, they are already at their drawing boards and they are executing. They are using the action research model, and that's what I recommend for you to go and research if you need to. It's called action research. You act whilst you research. Okay, so they want to start a business, they throw the website out there, they've acted, and then they would see how people are buying from the website. Are the orders getting through? Okay. Is it more difficult for customers to get through? Oh, it would be better if you did this. See, they have acted, and based on the action, they are able to see improvements, and they continue to refine. So they get their website fixed, and whilst they are fixing the website, they realize, oh, deliveries and supplies. Ah, that's a gap. Okay. What can we do? What we can do is look into our supply chain. And then they start looking at the supply chain. They find one supplier, they try it, that supplier is not good, they move on to the next supplier, and eventually they will find the ideal supplier, because they keep refining and seeking to improve as they go along. Such people do much better. Eventually do much better. They surpass those of us who sit down and want to spend years going to China to find the best supplier. I've been doing something with a friend, and the friend was telling me, Emma, we need to take our time and cost. And I'm like, no, we don't have time to cost. Well, maybe the supplier we choose might be more expensive. Yeah, it might be slightly more expensive, but at least we do get supplies. Dauda, they might be a bit more expensive, but we at least get the supplies in our hands and we start distributing. And yes, we will start distributing at a price which is concordant with how we bought it. That's what we're going to do. No, I don't have time to wait for October before I go to China to go and check and speak to 5 other suppliers. No. The supplier who I can deal with right now is a much better supplier than the one I haven't met. At the moment, I would rather buy from the supplier I see right now and get going, so that in October, when I finally am able to make it to China, or if I don't make it in October, it would be in February, but whenever I eventually make it to China, I will be going to China already with a supplier, looking to improve my supplier. Improving a supplier is a much better place to be than finding a brand new supplier. Hold on 1 second. Morning. Yeah. What is beautiful now is that security here have figured out, and I don't need to be yanking my ID card out every time I want to get into spaces. Beautiful. Yeah, I have moved in. Now I have a lesson in 20 minutes. When I saw that traffic, I was thinking, these people are going to make me late, but I'm not. Anyway, good morning. Get started from somewhere. Get started from somewhere. You will surprise yourself with the places that your somewhere can take you. Get started. Get doing. Get started. Get doing. Get going. Which number is that? Oh. I have made myself a creature of habit. Well, I am a creature of habit. But it's funny how this creature of habit behaves. I have parking spots now that are mine because it's right near the exit that I like to use. I've been here less than a week and I already have my favorite places to park and my favorite places to do. What a clown. But anyway, what a happy clown. Yep, what I am doing now is a stepping stone. And it could be a stepping stone for something amazing. But you've got to take the first step in order to be in with a chance of stoning anywhere else. If you don't take a chance, you cannot step, and so you cannot stone anywhere. Get started with your first chance. Let that motivate you to take your next step. One step after the other. That is the name of the game. That's what I've come to know. Is the recipe for success. Recipe for success is not having perfect plans. With my day. I wish you the best compliments of today. I will be back in touch with all of you when I finish my class. In the meantime, Assalamu alaikum. I'll catch you soon.